teams that have essentially been on a collision course for months. They had high expectations, high pressure, but they met those challenges. Now, which side will go home fulfilling their ultimate dream here tonight? Welcome to Caesars Superdome, home of the Saints, right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Fields it just outside the goal line. What a stiff arm. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense has the football first here today. And the reason why this is one of the games of the week is you got a receiving core that's just been lighting people up. It's so hard to stop collectively, but they're running into an elite defense that's filled with confidence too, Kirk.
Yeah, Chris, I'm going to turn it around a little bit and talk about, I think, the offensive line. We know what the receivers can do. Will the quarterback have enough time against this defense to be able to make the throws where he can try to expose the secondary? That's the real challenge. Can you protect the quarterback to give these receivers a chance to make plays? Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. First down, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Breaks into open space. He gets the first and still going. They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17.
What a great play by the quarterback here. Everybody is blanketed in man coverage, so instead of forcing the ball, he just tucks it and takes off. Heads up play to pick up a bunch of yards.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Caught quickly. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. And the Mountaineers looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the...
Touchdown, Mountaineers. They draw first blood in this national title game. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with the mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
And now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So USC's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team. Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. the Trojans will line up to boot it away. And the offense forced to punt for the first time tonight. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. First down and more. He's still running. Brought down, but he's past the line to gain. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Second and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. Oh, and it's nearly intercepted, but dropped by an excellent defensive player. It's going to bring up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
The Mountaineers will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Handoff from the shotgun. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Adds 6 more points to the total. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air, and he can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
Pass complete on the crosser. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. And the back now goes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. The Trojans will bring their punt team onto the field.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. On first and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. So after the incompletion, it's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Oh, but he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. You're finally able to bring him down. That's a big momentum play to wrap up the first quarter. So it's West Virginia in front, Kirk. We've reached the end of one, this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They're going to run it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So second and 4.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick completion to the tight end. And they convert on third down, moving the football to the 35.
Love the call here on third and short. When in doubt, go to the big tight end with that big frame. Easy catch, box out the defense, and get the first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing their running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He'll throw it now. Looking right, this one caught. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the Mountaineers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the
touchdown, Mountaineers. Great connection there for 6 points.
Well, that's the second touchdown catch already in just the first half. You can guarantee the coach on the other side is trying to make every adjustment he can to slow this.
scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
USC 0.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the USC offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line in a hurry up.
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo off.
It's a fumble behind the line. Offense recovers the fumble. It keeps going. They get him to the ground. Heads up by the offense to keep possession, but he's still short of the marker. Direct snap. When he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Fair catch made at the 20. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And he heads out of bounds after another big scramble. This defense has had no answer for the quarterback runs today. The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. Throws to the tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Turns it loose downfield. Caught over the middle by the tight end. Brought down. And goal right there.
That's another huge game for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is.
And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
USC 0.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play. And the Trojans will bring their punt team onto the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Hit as he released it. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
He'll go down, but that stiff arm earned him first down yardage. Mountaineers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
On the move now. Gets rid of it on the move. Makes the catch downfield. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. This offense has been hard to stop here in the first half. And he bustles into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Chris, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him, using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. Timeout is called to Duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Looking to pass here on second down. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Caught by the receiver. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The Trojans will bring their punt team on the field now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He's got the first down and still motoring. It's a mean stiff arm. He's still going. He's brought down, but what a pickup on the ground. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. A lot of work to do after a nightmarish first half. Let's see if they can get something going and begin an epic comeback. He finds some space. Fights off a defender. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. off to the back. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fired into a tight window and picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
First down, West Virginia.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Wow, 1 minute this quarterback is surveying the field for an open receiver. The next, he's pulling it down, tucking the football, and putting into the end zone for touchdown himself.
And they're able to tack on the extra point.
42, USC 0.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Caught for the completion. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Pass complete. It's second down now. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Looking deep downfield to the left. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The receiver makes the catch. A gain enough to set up first down now at the 39. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Second down after that previous play. Back to throw again. The short completion to the tight end. Good enough for first down yardage. And the Trojans come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. With the catch, it's Cole. Now juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. The Trojans move into the red zone. And they'll give it to the back. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker. Third down and short in this championship game on the 9th play of the drive. They try to sneak it for the first. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a first and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship. championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
And that one's straight down the middle. They tack on 3 points, but still a large deficit.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
This defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Crosses the 45. Breaks a tackle in the clear now. And he will head out of bounds after a huge pickup on the ground.
It's one thing to design a play for a quarterback to run the football, to pick up big yards like this, but listen, this guy drops back to throw. Everybody's got their back turned. He pulls it back.
He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
And the extra point is missed. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. It's the running back in the flat. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass rush gets home. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Oh, and they've got him. A sack on the final play of this 3rd period. So it's West Virginia in front, Kurt. And in this battle for the national championship, it has been a beatdown so far. Not what you hoped for. Let's review how we got here. One quarter away from crowning a national champion in this college football season. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And here's the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself. play fake, looking to throw. He lets it rip. Over the middle and incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds an open target on the left side. They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17. Another big play for this offense, but they are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game.
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Man, Chris, even in this condensed space down in the red zone, a superior athlete is just eventually going to be a superior athlete. You hesitate for a second, and this guy's going to make you pay, and the defense here was left with the bill.
Try coming now. Can you believe it? The PAT is no good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. It'll start at the 25. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks left and finds his target there. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
And the quarterback keeps it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they were...
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The defense has it, off and running. Touchdown, Mountaineers. A defensive score in a title game, and this place is coming unhinged.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz, he doesn't recognize it, ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard, it works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
61, USC 3.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. That is broken up and incomplete.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of...
They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
What a day for this this defense just living in the backfield of the offense. The game looks like it's all but over at this point, and for them to disrupt this great quarterback all day has been quite an accomplishment.
This one will be fair caught. And the West Virginia offense is back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
USC 3.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. National championship game comes down to this. They've got to get points right now. Serious urgency. Catch made on the right side. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, with a throw for the first down. Signs it with throw. That picks up a first down. Spotted at the 39.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
On first down, it's play action. Makes a quick grab. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Getting set. Here's second down. Looking for a receiver. He bought some time, now lets it go. Quick throw complete to the tight end. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. 6th play of the drive coming up. Second down, we're going to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looking to scramble. He's past the marker, still on his feet. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Wide open downfield. Brought down quickly, but not before a big game. Moving to the 35.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he has delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP of the national title.
Important second down play coming up.
I'm not really sure why you're stopping the clock here, leading by so much in the fourth quarter. Run the ball, run the clock, and you can walk.
He's in the clear. They bring him down, but that first down is all they need to clinch the national championship. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing, they're sitting back in zone, they're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how...
Touchdown, Mountaineers. This offense is still clicking.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the...
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
USC 10.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the ages. It's almost over, thankfully. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And looking to throw now on first down. Makes a quick catch.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. Defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
The receiver grabs it. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion.